Hello and welcome back to the channel. For today's video, it's a little bit of a change up of what I mentioned in the last video. My initial plans for this video was to do my Halloween collection, but I decided as Monday is the start of October, um, and that I'm planning on starting my marathon on Sunday. Uh, this video is going to be a look at 10 of the films I'm going to be watching throughout the month of October. Not in any particular order, just 10 picks I'm most looking forward to viewing. So let's get on with the countdown. The first one that I'm really interested in checking out is Bride of the Monster. And what this is, it's a film by Ed Wood, one of the most notoriously bad directors. He made a lot of really campy, really cheesy, low budget films, as famously highlighted in the biopic starring Johnny Depp. The reason that I'm looking forward to checking this out is that as one of my favourite horror actors in Bela Lugosi, who of course most famous for being the Universal Monsters Dracula. It looks a really corny storyline, but I do like a good cheesy film. So that is my first pick. Second pick is one that I've only just recently added to my list, and that is Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This is the collector's edition release of this. I have shown this off in a previous video. I am looking forward to checking this one out. I've never seen the Close Encounters film. Also, go check out some of the special features on this, including the making of documentary and the Watch the Skies featurette that was shot in 1977. The double Oscar winner, winning Best Cinematography and Best Sound Effects Editing in the 1977 Academy Awards. It was this is taken from the cut of this film is taken from the 1997 definitive cut, having already had a previous re-edit in 1980. Just definitely look forward to picking that. The next one is an Arrow video release that I picked up recently. I did show it off in the video, and that is Contamination, which is kind of like a more gory comedic take on the premise of Alien. I love the original Alien film, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking that one out. The next one is a French release, a French horror film that I've been curious about checking for many years. Haven't seen clips of it on a horror countdown that Channel 4 here in the UK showed about 10-15 years ago, and that is Les Yeux Sans Visage, or Eyes Without a Face, to give it its English title. Um, it's basically about a doctor or plastic surgeon who is hell bent on trying to restore his daughter's disfigured face. Um, the director of the film, Georges Franju, has been noted as an influence on filmmakers including the great Jess Franco. Uh, this release by BFI is actually a 2 disc set. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Comes with quite a few special features, including a 50-minute sort of documentary looking at Franju's career. So definitely look forward to checking through them. This one was my most recent pickup. I couldn't believe I found this one so cheap. As the Ham Studios version of The Mummy. Is from 1959 and starring two the all-time greats of British horror cinema, Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a Hammer film. I do have a couple of Hammer titles in my collection already. Now we're on to the really good stuff. Next title is the first of the Blu-rays that I've picked for this countdown, and that is the 60th anniversary release of Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window, starring Grace Kelly and James Stewart. I've been wanting to check this film out for years. The basic plot of this was actually parodied some 20 years ago by The Simpsons, and I've been wanting to watch it ever since and just never got around to picking it up. Getting a lot of features on this release. Basically, the plot is a photographer is confined to a wheelchair with a broken leg, and because he can't really go anywhere, he starts believing that his neighbour has murdered his wife and enlisted his girlfriend into trying to solve the mystery. Basically, it's generally perceived as one of Hitchcock's best films. It's one of 4 Hitchcock films I actually have plans on viewing during October. The other ones being the 39 Steps, North by Northwest, and the Birds Out and Vertigo as well. Next one is one that was critically acclaimed during 2017. Just for a fresh take on when it originally came out, and that is the movie version of It. I've seen some clips of this and it looks amazing. Can't wait to check it out in high definition. And see what some of the deleted scenes are like that were cut out from the film. Um, yeah, definitely can't wait to watch that. I think this may be one of the first ones I watched this month. Next two titles are actually going to be two rewatches because I have upgraded them to high definition. The first one is one of my all-time favorite films. That is the 1933 King Kong. This from the HMV exclusive line, the Premium Collection. Comes with quite a few featurettes and a commentary. I just can't wait to see how they've transferred it to Blu-ray. It's for a movie that's 85 years old this year. Um, the practical effects of the monster is still amazing. It's still one of the best ever. The other rewatch that I've picked for this list that I'm going to be viewing is the Criterion release of the original Night of the Living Dead from 1968. Uh, Again, tons of special features on this one. It's the only Criterion I have in the collection, although I recently found out that uh, another one of my favourite films is getting a Criterion release. Just bear with me 1 second though. I do have it on my Amazon wish list. I just need to double check what that is before I make an idiot of myself. So yeah, Night of the Living Dead. Not the original zombie film because Bela Lugosi did one called King of the Zombies that predates this, but Night of the Living Dead is actually perceived as the official kick point for the zombie genre and is still one of George A. Romero's best films. In fact, the whole Dead trilogy is among the best horror films ever released. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how Criterion have upscaled it for Blu-ray. I would someday like to own the entire Dead trilogy on Blu-ray. I did have Day of the Dead years ago, but I actually sold it, and I do have Dawn of the Dead on DVD, but that is a little bit harder to um, track down on Blu-ray. It actually goes for quite a fair bit these days. Just look at the artwork on that. The artwork on this is just simply is just beautifully done. Just while I'm getting this list up, I'll like I said, another one of my favourite films getting a Criterion release soon. In fact, it's coming out December 3rd according to Amazon. That is the Steve McQueen film The Blob, which I will definitely have to pick up. I did have The Blob on Blu-ray a few years back It was released by a company called Network here in the UK. It was a good transfer of the film, but I look forward to seeing what Criterion can do with it. So the final selection for this countdown, it's actually cheating a bit because it's 3 films, but this is a box set that I haven't shown on this channel before. I actually got this for dirt cheap at a horror convention back almost a year ago now. Last October I think it was. October, November, can't remember which exactly. But it is a Masters of Cinema set from Eureka. Eureka, Masters of Cinemas, Eureka Classics. Their sets are amazing. But there's the complete Fritz Lang Mabusa set. It's basically all 3 of the Dr. Mabuse um, films that Fritz Lang directed, all in one box set. This goes for around a good £40, I think, possibly more for the Blu-ray version. I paid £12.50 for this. I actually talked the seller down as he wanted 15 for it. I'd been story behind this. I've been looking at this a few times during the day. I was and on about it, and then finally decided to just go for it. Cut the deal, and got it for an even lower price than was originated. So you get the three films in this are Dr. Mabuse Deshpira, or as it's known in English, Dr. Mabuse the Gambler. And this is actually the longest of the films. It runs for 270 minutes, which quick maths runs at 4.5 hours, I think. Yeah, 4.5 hours. As it's a two-part film. It's the only one of the films in this box set to be 2-disc. So you see, that's the main character, the good doctor himself. There's the second disc, and it comes with a really nice booklet with some lovely, you can't really see it on the camera, some nice artwork on the front. As far as special features, it's a new officially licensed transfer from Restored Materials, has new and improved optional English subtitles with the original German intertitles, a newly recorded feature-length audio commentary by film scholar and Lang expert David Kalat, a 3-piece video totaling an hour and a half. Part 1 has an interview with the composer of the restoration score, a discussion on Norbert Schock, who was the creator of Dr. Mabuse, and an examination of the film's motifs in the context of German sound cinema. So I think this one will just be a one-day watch due to the length. I won't be watching much else when I do watch that one. By the way, this one was from 1922, so it'll be the oldest film out of all the titles that I'll be watching. The follow-up came 11 years later in 1933, which runs just under 2 hours, and that's Testament to Dr. Mabuse, or The Testament of Dr. Mabuse in English. Again, gorgeous artwork on the cover. Um, Again, another really nice booklet with poster artwork, and the disc has the same artwork as the cover. This one again, a newly licensed Tidus transfer, and the optional English subtitles with original soundtrack. And David Kalat does a commentary on this, plus the booklet, which has reprints of writing by Michael Cheon and excerpts of a vintage interview with Fritz Lang. So be looking forward to checking that one out as well. And then the final film took a bigger gap than the first two films. 27 years between Das Testament and this one, and there's the 1000 Organ de Dr. Mabuse, or the 1000 Eyes of Dr. Mabuse as called in English, and this came out in 1960, and it runs for around an hour and 40 minutes. So special features, to show you the booklet. Again, poster artwork, really nice design. Again, this contains officially licensed transfer, this time an anamorphic transfer, and new subtitles with the original soundtrack and the commentary from David Kalat. A 2002 video interview with actor Wolfgang Price. An alternate ending taken from the French print, which is very interesting. An optional English language dub track approved by Fritz Lang, and the booklet, which contains reprints of writing by Lang, new writing by David Cairns, and notes by Lotte Eisner on Lang's final unreleased projects. So, 3 amazing sounding films by one of the greats of early horror cinema, Fritz Lang. He's done so many great films, and sound films are, particularly sound horror films, are movies that I've been trying to get a lot more into in recent years. So they're definitely ones to watch. So that is just 10, well, technically 12 of the films that I am planning to watch during the course of October. as I said, I will be starting a little bit earlier, possibly Sunday night. So there may, um, rather Sunday afternoon. So there may be a couple of reviews going up on the next video. So definitely look forward to checking that one out. But until then, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below what films you'll be watching this October in the run to Halloween. But until then, this has been Blue Geek Reviews. I've been the Blue Geek. Bye for now.